pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. Okay, 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Okay, death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to...
Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Atlanta Falcons. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now. 30 base.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Deuce.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. 5.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You can't block me.
Yep.
Block me.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's it, baby.
2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Kill.
X3. 218. Chopper.
Off play action, it's Minshew. He'll buy some time right. And his pass, incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing. Just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. It's caught. Jones. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 38-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who could...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Come on, set. 18, Gator.
Tight end right, tight end right. We got three, fellas, we got 3.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us a ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I've never returned punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not, but sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Ready. 15, line. 15 line.
Coming after you.
Get it.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. It's caught. Shepard. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Down. 50, plant.
54 miles. Hey!
5.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here.
Tight dog. Pilot, 64, weak.
6 guard. Check 6 guard. Watch the safety creep.
Shoot.
It's Barkley on the counter. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 5 at the 17-yard line.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run now with Dillon. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Check three. Under 10, 10.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And the kick by Rosas is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 46. Looking to throw it. Minshew looking deep for Julio. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
I know exactly why he tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Julian Love, the rookie from Notre Dame, there to get a hand in. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. DeAndre Baker, the first corner chosen in this year's draft, there to make the play defensively. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. He's going to field this at the 4. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Now Jones. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
5.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Jones now, operating from the gun, and lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Watch the screen. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Now. Let's go.
Throwing again. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Hey, I-7.
54, right there, 54 Mike. Hey, watch the screen, watch the
Go.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And Ingram hauls it in. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
check. Check 24. Switch.
Leo. Big Griffin.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Catch made by Slayton. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Watch the Hatch it.
Rock it.
Throwing, Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Check 15, check 15.
Matchbox lights.
Check 99, check 99.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On third down, Barkley. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Ready? 18 Gator.
54 Mike. Come on.
Protein spill.
Now a carry for Dillon. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Loss of 2 brings up second and goal at the 8-yard line.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Hey, watch that. Watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist.
Get it.
The toss out to Barkley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Set, ready? Turn 2 stop.
Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. So, Mike 51. Mike 51.
Set.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Gets us out to Saquon Barkley. And he had a nifty little deep juke move, but he stopped shortly thereafter. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Rosas puts this one through. And that will make it 6-0. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. The Dolphins have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity.
And got his man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big pickup of 38 for an offense that has not found the end zone yet. That's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Now Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock.
Let's get this. Let's get this.
Got it.
Here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. I'm going to come back to you.
Hey, the orbit.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Intended for Julio Jones. Incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it. But it just kept carrying and carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's got room. That one 28 yards on the ground.
A 28-yard gain. 1st down, Giants.
Ready. 90 Wolf. Watch 54. You better be afraid of me. Ready.
Now Jones. A final shot before break. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll go to Barkley again. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A gain of 22.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3 and out.
The outlaw. Check.
On 1st down, Barkley. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
54. Yeah, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here. Now.
They'll try the right side here with Peyton. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
Ready? 50, plant. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Know your job. 5.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Set the engine.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Hey,
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Set, ready? AT Gator.
Single,
Hey, Alpha.
Watch 10, come on, watch 10.
Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Minshew. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 38-yard line.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete, and he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. To throw on 2nd and 10. Minshew. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Jones now on 1st and 10. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Check 13. Check 13.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Again, it's Barkley. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
50, plant. Check, check. Walk 54. Walk 54. I got one. Hey, Echo. Watch the screen. Pass. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Hey, I'm coming. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Jones will get this out to Barkley complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Hey, Foxtrot. What's that? Check Mike 54. Mike 54. It's a
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Falcons' 10-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Come on, D! Hey! Move!
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
Be careful.
On the run, it's Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Gator. Oh, here we go. Oh. Five. Mike 50. Ready.
From the gun, Jones. Got a man, Slayton. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
They come out here in the I. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Dillon. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
22 jet bombers.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Hey, watch it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dillon, and he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Minshew. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, Zoo.
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, Where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right, and you just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
Barkley on first down, running into a wall as he stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
At the 32-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check back, check back.
Jones operating from the gun. And an alley to run. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
At the 39-yard line.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Check. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
They'll run it again with Barkley. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Set, ready, 50, play.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Check it back.
Get it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Barkley. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, 4th quarter now at Soldier Field. The Dolphins, they've now taken the lead. That has been a back-and-forth affair. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Here we go.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. He'll run it. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
He'll look to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete. This defense so strong all afternoon long. Well executed again there.
This is a group that really functions well off of each other. No matter what the assignment, the other person fills in the exact proper spot. They've made it very, very hard for them to find open places to throw the football.
Hey, exit.
On 4th down, Minshew. It's caught. Jones. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 22-yard line.
Got it.
Mike 57. Let's go. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Hey, Delta.
Again, Minshew looking to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. And that one is incomplete, and now we're inside of 10 seconds. Just 9 remain. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hey, high 7.
Off play action, it's Minshew. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And his kick is indeed good, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
All square now at 13-all as he sends this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Bang, bang. You're out. Bang, bang. Slam, slam, slam. Get it.
To try again after the sack. Jones. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
Now Jones throwing on third and long. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be fourth down. And the Giants send out their punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Down. 8, read. Watch it, 5. Pick me up. Here we go. 5.
On first down, Swift. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT.
On the set. Hey, Alpha. No chance. Shoot.
On second and 11 now. Minshew. And a throw right sideline is complete. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcon.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Let's go.
And a give this time to the tailback. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And I know you with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Ready? All day. All day. Kill, kill, kill.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Minshew. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I